Welcome back to the channel. What is going on with the goings on with Little Woody? I'm going to take you through his 2 days of testimony. The first day started off with the shenanigans, and then it got serious. So let's get straight into it. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and please comment below. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go.
All right, Mr. Copeland, I'm going to remind you that you are still under oath. Go ahead, Ms. Hilton.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. Mr. Copeland, do you know a person by the name of yslcase?
I don't recall.
Or say you don't recall if you know someone by the name of yslcase?
Sustain.
Do you recall speaking with law enforcement about an individual that you know by the name of yslcase?
I don't recall.
I want to go back to December of 2014 and into January of 2015. Were you present at a gambling house in Lakewood when the shooting occurred?
I don't recall.
Let me ask you. Also back in 2015, do you remember being at a Cascade skating ring speaking with an individual by the name of yslcase?
I don't recall.
And in that same interview, did you speak with him about not just the murder of Donovan Thomas, but events that led up to the murder of Donovan Thomas on June 10th, 2015?
I'm a liar.
Provide him your name and your date of birth.
Huh?
When you went to the Atlanta Police Department and met with Detective Thorpe, did you give him your date of birth?
I don't know.
Okay. And is your date of birth July 25th, 1991?
What?
Is your date of birth July 25th, 1991?
I think.
Okay. And during this interview, did you tell Detective Thorpe that you also have a middle name of Xavier?
I don't know what I told. I don't remember what I told him. I'm not trying to say the wrong thing so y'all can lock me back up.
Thorpe, you and Kel getting into the fight at Club Crucial.
I don't recall nothing from 2015, 14, 16, none of that.
Okay. And during that same interview, did you tell Detective Thorpe that you and Kel had been in a beef for maybe about no longer than 4 months? And this is back in 2015.
And he's still alive?
My question is, did you tell Detective Thorpe that you and yslcase at that time in 2015 had a beef, and it was probably going on around 4 months at that time?
I tell the detective whatever they want me to say, whatever they want to hear, whatever. So if I said it to him, I said it to him. I don't recall what I said to no police.
Okay.
Now Little Woody is getting frustrated, so things begin to get serious. Let's go.
During that same interview, did you tell Detective Thorpe that whenever y'all were in the club, y'all would initially just throw up birds at each other?
Huh?
In this January 11, 2000 interview, did you tell Detective Thorpe that initially, when you and yslcase were in the club, y'all never really fist fought, y'all just would throw up birds at each other?
Like I told you, before y'all called me to trial, I have lied. I made things up. I told you this before y'all brought me in this courtroom. And I'm telling you now. You asked me about 2015. I have got my life together. Y'all trying to put this on my conscience. Y'all trying to put people's life in my hands. I don't lie on people. I don't want to be here. Y'all have pressure me. I'm tired of y'all, because y'all know y'all are wrong. And y'all black people doing this to us.
And I understand that.
Leave me alone. Let me leave. Man, y'all piss me off. Listen, I don't recall nothing I said to no police. Stop asking me these questions. I'm telling you, I don't recall.
I understand, but we're going to have to get through the questions. You can just continue to say you don't recall if that's what it is.
That's what you want me to say?
And that you talked to Shellcal about all the beef that you had with each other.
I only talking I'm gonna be doing with my gun.
Okay. Back in 2015, did you tell Detective Thorpe that you had a gun at the Cascade skating rink?
I would never tell the police nothing I did.
Okay. Now, back in 2015, did you meet with Atlanta Police Department detectives on at least 5 occasions after the murder of Nutt?
I met with them a lot of times.
Okay. And during each of those times, did you talk to them about what was happening between YSL and If-Gang?
Nah, I was telling them whatever I think that get them off of me.
Okay. Did you go and talk to the police after your car was shot up on the highway?
It's called finesse.
He asked you to call Thug.
Okay, so this what happened.
Okay.
The police kept locking me up for whatever they could. Every time I came out the door, the police was on me. And they keep bringing up Thug's name. So what I did was, to get them off me, I said, Thug did this, Thug did that, Thug did, because I knew they would never, I knew he didn't do it. And in my mind, I knew that the police would never go mess with him. So it was easy for me to try to throw the blame off on him to get them off of me. And that's what I was doing from all these years. I don't remember what I done told them in the past, but my whole motive was Thug did it because I knew he didn't do it and they couldn't lock him up. And they keep talking about Thug. So guess what I'm gonna tell them? Yeah. What else you want me to tell them? Yeah, he killed this person. Yeah, he did that. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's right now. If I walk out this thing and they say, the police stop me now. Hey man, give me something about Thug. Shit, I'm about to make something up about him again.
On January 11, 2015, when you went to speak to the police, when they called you, did they ask you about Thug or did they ask you about the murder of Donovan Thomas?
I don't know. I don't remember.
They say you want to hear the truth, make a person mad, and it will come out. But I don't think this is what she wants. Let's get it.
So you don't recall going to the police or you don't recall why?
I don't recall none of that.
Okay.
I just know that every time the police was after me, trying to get me, they kept bringing his name up. And I knew they had me what I had, so I was like, yeah, whatever y'all want me to say, I would say it. And that's why I told Gator and Dennis, and that's why they kept coming after me, because they felt like, okay, they can make a case out of him or whatever they trying to do. So they knew that, okay, we gonna get with it today, he gonna have something to say about Thug, and it's wrong. And y'all are wrong because y'all know that I'm full of shit. And y'all keep trying to drag me in here to bring up bullshit that y'all know I don't say it. Why is y'all doing that? Leave me alone. But y'all gonna charge me for what I did? I don't did the time for the crimes y'all caught me for.
Okay. Would you mind your language while we're sitting here in court?
I'm trying to. You got me. Y'all need to give me a break because my blood pressure is real high. I keep telling y'all, leave me alone.
Okay. And the quicker we get through this, the quicker we can leave you alone. Do you understand?
Okay, I don't recall.
Okay. With shell count.
Am I here to tell the truth or to remember my lies?
I want you to tell the truth.
But you keep going to my lies though.
That's what you... Back in 2015, did you tell Detective Thorpe that this was a lie?
I would have told the police whatever. Listen, when they get me, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna try to tell them whatever I can to finesse my way out of whatever situation that I'm in.
Okay. And it's only now in 2024 that you're saying that everything you said in 2015 is a lie. Is that correct?
Because I went to the feds. Y'all didn't let me out of jail till wait, four years later. So if I was telling the truth then, why it took y'all so many years to try to say, okay, he was being honest or whatever the case is? Okay. If I was telling the truth, y'all would have made any case back then. Y'all knew I was lying. Y'all put me in jail. I go do my time. I get out of jail, try to get my life together. Y'all trying to drag me back into the lies that I done made. Y'all, what's up?
Can I ask you this? In 2021, when you interviewed with Investigator Viverito after you got out of prison, did you tell her that everything you said back in 2015 was the truth, but we as a state didn't believe you back then.
So my thing is, right? I went to jail. So the lies that I was telling, they didn't go for it. Y'all didn't go for it. Whoever didn't go for it. So I went to jail, did my time for it, right? And then y'all got me again. So guess what they say? Well, we're gonna bring up the name again, and guess what I'm gonna do? Try to finesse my way out of it again because y'all ain't touching for the lies I done told on them in the past. So guess what? It ain't nothing to put the blame on Thug for what I did. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna blame him for.
And let me.
I don't recall.
Okay, you keep talking about Thug, but were you asked about other individuals as well? During all of these interviews, were you asked about Shannon?
And I'm gonna put the blame on him.
Okay, were you asked about Damikia Garlington?
I'm gonna put the blame on him.
Were you asked about Darius Acker?
I'm gonna put the blame on everybody but myself.
Okay, and during this time, did all the police, every time you spoke to someone, did they tell you that they are gonna have to verify what you said?
And did they?
And when they told you they had to verify what you said, you continued to talk to the police.
Because with the knowledge that I have, it's nothing to treat the police.
But if they had to verify what you said, they had to make sure that what you said was true. How could you trick the police?
Easy.
How could you trick the police?
Easy.
How?
I can't tell you that.
And you thought your beef with Kel was squashed once you left the Cascade skating rink.
My motive was to get the heat off of me. The only way I was gonna get it off of me, what I thought, by putting on Thug. I felt he was rich, and the police locked me up and do what they want to do to me because I'm broke and I can't afford to pay for a lawyer. He rich, they not gonna bother him. So I said, I got it off me by putting it on him.
How was telling the police that the beef was squashed after a phone conversation puts anything on Thug?
Because I gotta line it up to get it off of me. So you gotta set the pattern.
Okay. And did you tell them that was after you were flashing money while you were on the stage?
I probably did. I know. I would Detective Thorpe. His brain was the size of a squirrel brain. So you could just tell him anything, he gonna go for it.
You're right. At this time, the state's gonna ask permission to treat Mr. Copeland as a hostile witness under pursuant to 24-6-611, Your Honor.
Granted.
Thank you.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it. That's just for her to understand how she can ask the questions. You just continue to answer them truthfully.
Club Crucial, on that Monday before Donovan Thomas was killed, that Kel punched you in the back of your head.
I don't recall what I told the detective.
And it's not. I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off.
I don't recall what I told him specifically, however you pronounce it.
Okay. And is it also true that after Kel punched you in the back of the head, then other people came and began jumping on you as well?
Their time gonna come.
It's true that you told Detective Thorpe that after they jumped on you, you ran outside of the club.
To get wet.
Is it true that you told Detective Thorpe that after they jumped on you, you ran outside of the club?
I ain't doing no running.
Okay. And is it true that after you ran outside of the club, that you told Detective Thorpe?
I ain't doing no running, Miss Hilt.
Okay. Well, is that what you told Detective Thorpe?
I told you I'd tell him anything.
Okay.
You want the truth though, but I ain't doing no running. I'm gonna make other people run.
All right. And once you went outside of the club, you saw an individual by the name of Bloody J.
Did I do something to him?
Now, this is when the Fulton County's case begins to crumble. Let's continue.
I don't recall.
And that the guy in prison, he's supposed to try to get you and Thug killed.
I don't know about Thug, but I'm still here, ain't it?
That's not my question. Isn't it true that's what you told Detective Thorpe?
Nobody gonna do nothing to me.
So reached out to members of If Gang and asked them if they were going to kill you and Thug.
You sound copping deuces?
I'm sorry?
You sound copping deuces?
I asked you, is it true that you told Detective Thorpe that after you heard about this meeting, about people wanting to kill you and Thug, you text people of If Gang asking them if they wanted to kill you and Thug?
I bet you don't got any tell. So my answer is, you want me to tell the truth. And the truth is, when I talked to Detective Thorpe, whatever his name is, I told him anything. And I'm telling you today, it was a lie. And today, I'm telling you, I made things up.
Okay.
It's the God honest truth.
So is it your testimony today that that you were not aware of a meeting, that you were the subject, people wanted to kill you?
My answer is, I don't recall nothing. I don't told the detective. So, okay. And I'm telling you, whatever I did tell, I was making it up. It don't take a rocket science to figure it out.
Also is it true that you spoke with Detective Thorpe about the night before Donovan Thomas got murdered?
So it may seem like I'm trying to help Doug out. I'm not trying to help him out. I don't care nothing about him, what he got going on, nothing. I care about the truth. The truth was, I was going through a phase in my life, and I have put all the blame on him. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he got going on. But y'all got me on the stand, and I'm telling the God honest truth. Leave me out of this. I made all these stories up, put the blame on him to get myself out of the situation because the police told me they want a big fish, and I'm a little fish. They ain't who I want. So when they told me that, my only motive was to convince them that I'm telling the truth about this guy right here, and I'm lying.
Okay. Called your brother to get his car on the day that Donovan Thomas was killed.
You say, is it true?
Yes.
Nothing I say is true.
Okay. Is it true that you told Detective Thorpe that you called your brother to get his vehicle on the night that Donovan Thomas was killed?
You said, did I call my brother to get his vehicle?
Yes.
Can you say that again?
Did you tell Detective Thorpe that on the day that Donovan Thomas was killed, you got your brother's vehicle so that you could borrow his car?
Yeah, there was another lie.
Okay. So you never borrowed your brother's car?
No, that was my car.
Did you tell Detective Thorpe?
I don't recall telling Detective Thorpe. No, I mean, like, my brother never let me drive his car.
Okay. You went to police headquarters on your own to tell them whatever you knew about Nut, correct?
Is it a trick question?
No, it's not a trick question.
Can you ask it again?
Sure. Back in January of 2015, the night that Nut was murdered, you went to Atlanta Police Department, correct?
I don't recall.
And when you went down there, that was to clear your name that you did not kill Nut, correct?
You gonna lock me up?
Did you get locked up on January 11th, 2015?
I'm saying if I get my answer now.
Did you go to clear your name about killing Donovan Thomas?
I don't recall.
In lilwoody words, it don't take a rocket science to figure it out. But did he just admit to killing Nut? Let's continue.
After Moonson called you, did you meet up with Moonson?
I don't recall. So much happened that night. I don't know.
Okay. What do you remember happening that night, Mr. Copeland?
Shit, I don't know. I ain't telling myself.
All right.
I thought I was here to tell the truth.
Okay. And what's your new version? What's your truth today?
That I lied.
And that you lied about everything back in 2015?
My truth today is I lied and put the blame on others for a lot of activities. I ain't telling on myself. I ain't got nothing else to say. I don't recall. Y'all believe me so much. Why? Never mind, man. Look.
So if you told him that her house did get shot, that would have been the truth and not a lie, correct?
Look, y'all had 50 police investigators questioning me different times. I don't remember, because I know y'all trying to trick me to get me back in jail. I don't know if it was Detective Thorpe, Gaitner, Dennis, or whoever the other police is here. What I don't lied and told them. But every time that they came and told me, I sat in front of them and gave them whatever I wanted to tell them. And if it was the truth, it would not take no 10 years later for them to try to go do anything about it or to go back and use it. I'm telling you today, I told you before y'all put me in this courtroom that I lied. I don't want to be here. I'm not scared of nobody. I'm not in here trying to work in nobody's favor. Y'all is not fit to put it on my conscience that I done sat up here and lied on these boys for stuff that I don't did. Not what I did, but for stuff that I'm not fit to sit up here and lie on them. And no, I don't care. Stop asking me questions. I'm not fit to lie on them.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Copeland.
So was that a lie?
What you mean?
You just said
So when you finessing the police, this how you finesse the police. You take a little bit of the truth and you take the bullshit and you put it together.
Okay. So
that's how I outsmarted Detective Thorpe and Gaither and everybody else. Take this right here, because I know they didn't know this, and put it with this over here.
And during all of your interviews, did they tell you we're going to have to corroborate what you said?
And if you take all of my interviews and put them together, let's see what you come up with.
Okay. Call asking her what's going to happen to me. Am I going to be able to get out? And she kept telling you, we got to verify what you told us.
And did I get out?
I'm asking you a question. Did she tell you?
Listen,
we have to answer my question.
I'm about to. You won't let me. If I call Detective Gaither and she said she had to verify anything I said in 2015. In 2015, y'all locked me up every month. Y'all locked me up. February, I got out March. Y'all locked me back up March, I got out April. Y'all locked me back up June, I didn't get out to 2019. So if she verified anything I said, there were 4 years that and some change. I did 51 months in the federal prison. Nothing been verified that I said, whatever the case is. I haven't heard anything from Detective Gaitman, but it's nothing to spin the police.
You were actually trying to protect your friends and you didn't want to give them all the information back in January of 2015.
I'm just trying to protect myself.
Okay. But then by
I got a family to protect.
Okay. But by June of 2015, you finally disclosed everything that you knew about what happened the night of Donovan Thomas's murder and everything that happened leading up to Donovan Thomas's murder.
No, so what y'all did was y'all kept locking me up and putting me in isolation, putting me in protected custody at the Fulton County Jail, where people putting feces all on the wall, locking me in the room, keeping me in there 23 hours a day, fucking up my mental, and keep dragging me back and forth, trying to make. Man, listen, man,
Saw that in June of 2015, you thought that Thug was trying to kill you.
That's if I thought Thug was trying to kill me, I'm trying to get him.
So in June of 2015, were you the victim of a number of retaliatory shootings?
So where y'all locked me up in February, I got out March. Y'all locked me back up again March, I got out April. And then the Fed came kicking in my door June. So I basically was in jail most of the time. So I don't recall being a victim of a lot of shootings.
Okay. Was it your belief that it was because people thought you killed Nut?
They didn't think.
When you said they didn't think, what do you mean?
I don't recall.
Okay.
Y'all let me know in the comments below. Did he just admit again that he killed Nut? Let's continue.
Tell Detective Thorpe that the reason this beef is because you are no longer down with ABG anymore.
I'm from Mechanicsville. My neighborhood is known for killing them.
That's not my question.
I would never be part of their gang.
Like, you keep saying that you were just lying. Why would you lie versus just telling him the truth?
That's how I was raised. I was raised up to lie to the police. I was, at an early age, I was taught to lie to the police.
But if you're trying not to go to jail, why would you lie to the police versus telling them the truth?
You trying to trick me?
I'm asking you a question.
I'm not gonna confess.
Confess to what?
Nothing.
Just wait until they come and talk to you. Don't go down there and talk to them.
So I was raised up that if when nobody with you, they don't need to know. So I ain't on all that what you talking about. It was a lie what I told Investigator Thorpe. It's something that I came up out top. I was making it up. That's why I can't remember what I said to him. You want me to say something that I didn't say so you can put me back in jail?
Okay.
I don't recall what I said. I don't.
Did you kill Donovan Thomas, Mr.
Huh?
Copeland? Did you kill Donovan Thomas, Mr. Copeland?
Huh?
Did you kill Donovan Thomas? You shaking your head? Is that a no?
No.
Okay, then. Is that what you went down?
She not getting it. He's shaking his head like, don't ask me that question. Let's continue, y'all.
Tell Detective Thorpe where you were the entire day and that you did not kill Donovan Thomas.
Melvin, can I answer?
Yeah, you need to answer that.
I don't know how to answer that.
Do you need to talk to Mr. Melvin?
No, I don't know if it's a trick question that she asked me.
All right.
Did Bloody J and Thug stop being friends because Bloody J started messing with Ifke?
Dog behind you, ask him.
I'm asking you.
Huh?
I'm asking you.
I don't know.
So,
Can I tell you what I do remember?
is that about the shooting on the highway?
No.
Then no, not right now.
Okay.
Or let me ask you this: do you remember what you told Detective Gaither in January of 2015?
No, I was gonna tell you what I remember from when Nut was killed.
Okay. Tell me what you remember the night that Nut was killed.
I remember everybody said I killed him. That's all I remember.
Then that's the only thing you remember.
That's all I remember. I don't remember nothing that night. I don't remember where I was. I don't remember what I told the investigator. I thought that when they called me down there, I walked in and he let me walk right back out. I don't remember sitting down talking to him. I don't remember him doing no ballistic. I don't remember him. I remember he said one thing and he left. He said, the man sitting on the street and everybody saying you did it. He like, man, I still got bite on the street. That's all I remember. I thought I walked in and walked back out. I don't remember nothing. Like,
Okay. Was on the phone with Mo, standing next to the person that was telling me. Said he ain't know the name of the person that was talking. And after everybody, I just said, kill him. And Bloody J said, woo. And everybody said, woo, woo. As in the confirmation that they were supposed to go and kill you or have you killed.
Things don't work that way. When you speaking on doing something like that, you don't be open about it. So this self-explanatory that it's a lot. You don't discuss killing people with multiple people. So you gonna do it. You're not gonna be telling everybody you're gonna do it. I made it up. I keep telling you that.
Why they wanted to kill you is because you had Bloody J jumped.
I believe that if any gang wanted to kill me, I'd be dead by now. So
To the police.
So when the police question me, my whole motive is to get them off of me. So if they sitting me down, laughing, hee ha ha, like you doing when y'all was up there asking me, and I told you I was lying. This the same thing going on. They sit here, I don't know about them asking me about returning coin or nothing, but if they bring up a name, if they ask me something, I'm gonna come up with something that act like I'm in the midst, like I know what's going on. I don't sit around and gospel with people. I don't sit in people's faces. Like, I'm out in the streets. I like to be I like to be outside. I'm not sitting around trying to listen to what nobody got to say.
Okay. But, and this is what your telling Detective Gaither did, is that you said to Rich Homie Quan.
So Gaither was a gang investigator, and what she do is she sit in the neighborhood watching us all day. and she put cases on it. So I know Gaten to sit there, and so when I'm interacting with Gaten, the main thing go through my mind is to convince her that I know what I'm talking about. That was my motive. So me bringing up Rich Homie Coin ain't never been like that in my eyes. So for me to be, I'm just trying to make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. What they say they want a big fish, and he's a big rapper, so shit, I'm trying to make up whatever I can come up with. I don't know. I don't remember what I said to no police. It's all stuff I just, out the top of my dome. You ask me a question right now, I go out the top of my dome, and I convince you that I'm telling the truth.
Okay, so...
You keep talking about what? You finished?
I am.
You keep talking about what I told the investigators. Listen, I know they want to lock me up. I see them following me everywhere I go. I'm in a restaurant eating, they not eating. And they got me down here for questioning. I know they only question me to trap me up to get me. So I told them anything that came to my mind, or whatever the case is, it don't make sense.
When you walked into the police department and to talk to Gaither and Dennis, you walked in on your own, correct?
Most of the time, they question me. I was in handcuffs. I don't.
In early 2015, isn't it true you met with detectives 5 times?
Let me tell you more than that.
Okay. On January 11th, were you in handcuffs when you went to go speak with the detectives?
Mm-hmm.
On January 11th, when you walked in...
You said January 11th?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Were you in handcuffs?
Nah, I'm like this.
Okay. Looking at January 28th, were you in handcuffs when you went to go speak with the detectives?
No, I'm like this.
All right. On February 20th, were you in handcuffs when you and Deshaun went to go speak with the detectives?
No, I'm like this.
Okay. And were you only arrested on February 21st when you went to speak with the detective because you're in a blue jumpsuit, correct?
Yes.
And on June 10th, you were arrested because that's when they arrested you in the house, correct?
You said what now?
June 10th is when they arrested you at your home, correct?
With the white shirt on?
Yes.
Oh, my hands up on the table. I don't know.
So each of the other times, besides February 21st and June 10th, you walked freely in and out of the Atlanta Police Department. Is that correct?
Wait a minute. What you mean by that?
So when you keep saying they only want to keep locking you up, you only were locked up 2 times.
Well. No.
Okay. So and you were with when the police will call you.
What you mean? You gotta be more specific.
Sure. In January of 2015, when police were calling you about Donovan Thomas's murder.
After he was killed, I wasn't around that much for him to be able to see me answer the phone or talk to any police or anything. What you talking about? So when you snitching is based off the truth and off facts. Lying and trying to finesse your way is a different thing. So that wasn't never the case that would never be the case if he concerned about me snitching up. So you only snitching if you telling the police the truth.
And back in 2015, when they were calling you and they were asking you about Nutt's murder, were you telling them that you were not involved in Nutt's murder?
I was telling them everybody. I told them everybody did. I told them Shell killed them. I told them all type of people did. I didn't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that saying? You want the truth, but you can't handle the truth? Let's continue, because the truth is finna come on out.
You confronted Kel about them shooting at you all from the bushes.
What happened in Nut got nothing to do with YSL. This some shit. Excuse me language. This got everything to do with Threat. You know what I mean? I was trying to protect Threat from the get-go. You know what I mean? Threat, and they had some more stuff going on. Like,
was Threat at the gambling house when it got shot up by Kel?
You said nothing I say can be used against me?
That's right.
Me and Threat shot up Rich Homie Coin Daddy Barbershop on Bankhead. I don't know what happened with Threat and Rich Homie Coin, but I'm a ride with my brother. And they was beefing. And yeah, we pulled up and did that.
Okay. And as a result of, why did you and Threat shoot up Rich Homie Quan Daddy's barbershop?
I'm a ride with Threat.
Okay. Did Threat tell you why he was shooting?
I don't ask no questions. I just say let go.
And when Rich Homie Quan's barbershop was shot up, was that in September of 2014? Do you remember?
I don't know when. I know we went up there and shot it up.
Okay. Was it before Nut was killed?
Yes.
Do you remember that day? What led up to you going to the barbershop and shooting it up?
I told him let go do it.
What led up to you saying let's go do it? Why?
Threat was mad. He was like, he fucking keep screaming my name. He was talking, he playing like we somebody to play with. And I was ready. I had them choppers on deck.
So did you go to the shop looking for Rich Homie Quan?
Nah, we went to send a message.
To your knowledge, did anyone send Threat to go shoot up Rich Homie Quan's daddy's shop to send a message?
No, he said what he said, and I told him let's go do it.
You said that you all went to go send a message. What message were you sending?
We ain't the ones to play with.
Okay. Now, did this shooting of Rich Homie Quan's daddy's barbershop start the beef between If Gang and YSL?
The beef was never between If Gang and YSL.
Okay.
The beef was between me, Threat, and Shell Kill. Rich Homie Quan. Because they were Shell Kill was trying to ride Rich Homie Quan. The streets threw YSL into what me and Threat had going on.
Trust and believe the defense team is rubbing their hands together like Birdman. Let's continue.
So going back to the shooting at the gambling house, when you learned that Shell Kell was the one who shot up Thug's vehicle, did you and Shell Kell squash your beef when the two of you met at the Cascade skating rink?
Nothing I say could be used federal or state.
Is that the parameters of the immunity order? Correct.
And what your question was?
When you and Shell Kell met at the Cascade skating rink, did the two of you shake hands and say that the beef was over when y'all met at the Cascade skating rink?
I pulled a gun out on him.
At the Cascade skating
At the
rink?
Cascade skating rink.
Okay. And who'd you pull it out on?
Shell Kill.
And once you pulled the gun out on Shell Kell, what happened?
I had somebody with me that I didn't want to get caught up in my bullshit, my shenanigans.
Who was with you?
I can't recall.
Well, if somebody you just...
I can't remember who it was with me.
Okay. So how do you know you didn't want them caught up in your shenanigans?
Because I wasn't going to put nobody else in my... I just wasn't going to do that.
Okay. So after you pulled the gun out on him, did you shake hands with him to say that the beef was over between the two of you?
Nope.
Okay.
I pulled the gun out and let him know.
Okay. And you didn't shoot him?
No, I didn't.
All right. After you told the police that you all shook hands, you told the police that Kell wanted you to FaceTime Thug.
Thug had nothing to do with what we had going on.
That's not what I'm asking you, Mr.
I'm
Cooper.
telling you the truth.
Did Kell shoot up or shoot Thug's car the night that the gambling house was shot up?
Everybody could got shot up, and I can't say if I never seen who actually did it. They say that it was Kell who did it.
Was Thug's car one of the cars car shot up the night that the gambling house was shot up?
My car was shot up and a few other cars. I didn't see through a car because once I came from behind the wall, everybody was scared of pulling off.
So is your response that you don't know if Thug's car was shot up?
I don't recall if his car was shot. I doubt it was shot up because I seen it. A couple days later or whatever.
And so you and Kel started talking, and you told Kel, just pay for the window. This shit over. And Kel's like, pay for the window? This nigga just tried me. Did you tell the police that that's what Kel told you after he got off the phone with Thug?
When I pulled that gun out on Sheriff Kel, I said, I could have got you. He went his way, and I went mine.
Okay, do you recall telling Detective Gaither and Dennis that you actually did shoot at Kel's house back in June of 2015? In the interview in June of 2015, you actually told the police that you shot at Kel. Do you not recall that?
No, I don't.
Okay. So
I don't think I got a chance to give him.
in that interview, do you recall telling the police that you actually did shoot at Kel, but you told them that you actually shot in the air, but Kel was around?
I love God too much to be shooting at him.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Cook.
Good morning.
Now, yesterday when we left off, you were speaking about this infinity that was rented by Thug that you gave to Threat, I guess the day before Diamond Thomas was murdered. Is that correct? Yesterday when we left off, were you speaking about the infinity that was rented by Thug that you gave to Threat the day before Diamond Thomas was murdered?
I don't recall.
Okay. Do you recall yesterday talking about giving an infinity to Threat? Do you need to repeat the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Yesterday, do you recall testifying about giving the infinity to Threat? Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right. And you said that you gave Threat that infinity after you and Little D from Cleveland Avenue spun out that infinity on the highway. Is that correct?
I don't recall.
You don't recall what you said yesterday?
I didn't tell you that yesterday. I said I gave Threat the car yesterday.
Okay. Did you also talk about you spinning out the car on the highway yesterday as well?
I don't recall.
And when you gave Threat the car, that was at the studio off of Northside Drive?
I ain't for sure which one it was, but
Would this be the studio that's 675 Metropolitan Parkway?
Metropolitan?
Yeah.
No.
Is this the studio that...
I don't recall which studio it was.
If you saw a picture, would you recognize him?
Recognize what?
The studio.
Yeah. No.
When you dropped the car off to the studio, do you know if Thug was inside the studio?
I didn't go in.
But do you know if he was there or not, although you did not go in? I asked it out loud. Do you know if he was there?
I don't know.
Back in 2015, how often would you go to the studio?
Not much.
And when you say not much, what does that mean?
I like to be in the streets.
Okay, so how often would you go to the studio?
I just said I don't know.
Okay, would it be once a week, once a month, every couple of months?
I don't recall.
Now, you said that you gave Threat the vehicle, you said you gave Threat the Infinity, and you don't know what happened next. Is that correct?
I said I gave Threat the car.
Okay.
And I left.
Do you know if Threat gave the car back to Thug?
recall. I don't know.
Okay. This was the car that Thug rented, correct?
I don't recall.
Yesterday, didn't you testify this was the car that Thug rented?
Shit, I guess I don't know. Like,
You don't know if Thug rented the car or not?
yesterday you asked me, did I go to a rental car place with him?
Yes. And what was your answer?
What did I tell you?
You tell me.
I don't recall.
Okay. Now, once you gave Threat the vehicle and you left, when did you find out about Nut being killed?
I don't recall.
Did anyone tell you that Threat killed Nut?
Didn't?
Sustained.
Why did you bring up that you gave the infinity to Threat? Why did you tell me that yesterday?
Because I did.
Okay. And why did you tell me that?
What you mean? Why did I tell you that?
Yeah, why was yesterday the first time that you ever mentioned giving Threat the infinity?
Because y'all sitting here like y'all know what y'all talking about when y'all don't.
So why didn't you tell the police that back in 2015?
Because I ain't trying to go to jail.
Why would you go to jail for giving someone a car?
The same way y'all take me to jail for everything else.
Yesterday, that you gave the infinity to Threat, were you trying to infer that Threat must have had something to do with Nut's murder?
I don't know what Greg did.
Okay. So why did you tell me about giving Threat the infinity?
Because you put me up here to tell the truth.
Okay. Is there some truth? Did Threat kill Nut?
I gotta answer that.
Yeah. Do you have an answer?
I don't know what Greg did.
Okay. Back in 20.
That's my partner in crime.
Okay. But in 2015, when they asked you who are you closest to, mentioned Threat, correct?
Right? Because I know the police trying to get me.
Okay, but you talked about being very close to Little D, correct?
Because the D is a pretty boy.
You talked about being close to Shannon, correct?
Because Shannon is a pretty boy too.
Okay. But all the pictures, do you remember the picture that we showed you back in June?
Right?
They only had you, Shannon, and Little D, correct?
This one, I'm not on that other type of time.
Okay. Do you have a lot of pictures with Threat?
Yes.
Okay. Back in 2015.
We have a lot of pictures together.
Why would you tell on Shannon and not on Threat when you're talking about the murder of Donovan Thomas?
Because telling is being honest. Lying is lying. I'm gonna pretend.
Right. Why would you make up anything on Shannon when you said to the police, those are your friends, even though they're pretty boys. Those are your friends. So why would you make it up as to Shannon and not tell the police about them?
Because the thing is, if a person ain't do it, they ain't do it. So no matter what I tell the police, they didn't do it. So I ain't gotta be like, okay, I'm telling the truth by saying they did it. Okay, they didn't do it, so the police can't lock them up for something they didn't do. But if I say Threat did it and Threat actually did it, then it's a different story.
Are you telling us that Threat did it?
I ain't said Threat did nothing.
Okay. So did Threat kill Donovan?
I don't know. I'm talking to the police, so I don't recall what I don't say to them. But when you're trying to say gang, it's a difference. When you put that gang on things, you go into where I was. I was a 30 deep gang member. You can't say I was a YSL gang member. YSL was never considered a gang. Y'all making it a game.
When you responded, I didn't go back to Inglewood because I hang with Thug and I'm YSL. You say I'm part of YSL, a record label?
So, listen. It's not a game. You know what I mean? It don't matter how y'all try to put it, how y'all trying to see it. A gang is these people right here, everybody right here, and everybody. You can't put Crips and Bloods together and say that this is a game. Because if the Crips and Bloods get into it and everybody that's saying that, you know, they YSL, they got to pick what they going to choose. You can't say, like when I was down the road, and then people like, oh, that's Woody. He be with young thug, such. And the Blood's like, well, he not Blood. And then the Crips like, well, this. So when they get in, it don't make sense. Y'all got to get that. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all in here trying to make something more than what it is. It's not.
Is Duke a Crip?
I don't know. Ask Duke.
I'm asking you.
I don't recall.
Okay. And is Duke a part of YSL?
Ask Duke.
I'm asking you.
But we speaking on game.
I asked you a simple question. Is Duke a Crip?
I don't know. I'm not a Crip. Never was.
That's not what I asked you.
I can't tell you who's a Crip and who's a Blood.
Do you know if Duke is a Crip?
I know I'm a civilian.
Well, there you have it. Now, today, we will see if Woody will continue to testify because his lawyer has been suspended for 90 days for a previous trial, a previous case that happened years ago. So that's sort of weird. It happened now, and it's been like 5 years. But anyway, they're trying to give him a public lawyer. So we'll see where we go today. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit subscribe. And thank you.